Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Josh Barr, and in this video, I'm gonna give you 4 reasons why you should drive for Uber and Lyft the day before Thanksgiving. Now, I don't drive for Lyft anymore. I moved back home to Texas to start a family business, and where I live in Texas, they don't have Lyft. So I was reminiscing on the holidays, and I was thinking about what I was doing last year, and I remembered that I missed out on a bunch of money last year, and I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes I did. Now, Lyft still sends me emails, but I don't really check it because I don't drive anymore. And I was looking through the emails, and I see that the last Lyft guarantees they sent me was around July this year. I don't know if they stopped sending it to me because I don't opt in anymore because I don't drive anymore, or because they did away with the program. I'm not sure. But what I will say is last year they were giving the hourly guarantees, as you can see here, and Wednesday was the only night that had guarantees. For me, I would drive Thursday to Sunday, and I remember seeing the email and thinking, why isn't there Friday and Saturday? I mean, those always had guarantees, and why does Wednesday have guarantees? But I didn't really think much of it because for me, I'd only drive Thursday to Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday were my days off. So I was like, whatever, I'll make my money on Thursday to Sunday. So I kind of like scoffed at it. I was like. Now, reason number one you should drive for the day before Thanksgiving is because, as it turns out, the day before Thanksgiving is apparently the biggest drinking night of the year for bars. And around this time last year, I didn't know that. Kind of had to find out the hard way. So you put in day before Thanksgiving drinking. Blackout Wednesday, yeah. And it makes sense when you think about it. Blackout Wednesday is associated with binge drinking since very few people worked it on Thanksgiving, which makes sense. And as you can see here, there's plenty of articles on the subject of drinking before Thanksgiving and blacking out. Black Wednesday, the busiest bar night of the year, bigger than St. Patty's and New Year's. And St. Patty's is a good day, and New Year's is crazy. So there's plenty of articles, there's plenty of information on the subject. I will say that the clubs are not really open, but bars are wild. And the way I found out was okay. So which I know you're thinking is, all right, Josh. I don't want to drive drunks. I don't want people throwing up. Uh, if people are getting that wild, if they're blacking out, uh, I don't want to deal with that. So reason number two is a lot of people fly in the day before Thanksgiving. So if you go out a little earlier in the daytime, in the afternoon, you would get a lot of airport runs or rides from the airport to their destination. So a lot of people fly in on during Thanksgiving. Reason number three is there's a lot of lazy drivers out there. I know the day before Thanksgiving, I remember thinking, I was like, I don't want to drive Wednesdays. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna watch football and eat. Like, I was already kind of like in vacation mode, and I didn't know Wednesday was the Black Wednesday. I didn't know because it's not really advertised like that. It's kind of just industry insider knowledge. So, but I remember I was already in vacation mode. I had gotten out of school early that week, so there's gonna be a lot of lazy drivers out there, and those guys cleaned up, man. I saw their on the Facebook page they put their what they made, and they're making $2, $3, $4, $500 in 4 or 5 hours. So the reason number three is gonna be lazy drivers. Reason number four is Friday and Saturday is gonna blow. I mean, it's dead, and as I look at this, it made sense to me why they had the guarantee on Wednesday and not Friday and Saturday. So basically, uh, the day after Thanksgiving, it's pretty much towards the end of the month. People already spent money on plane tickets that were expensive. They spent a lot of money on Wednesday. They're full on Thursday, and Friday they just don't want to do anything, man. It's just I remember I was driving around Friday and Saturday, and and it was dead. And I don't know if it was Friday night or Saturday night, but I picked up a bartender. Like, he was like, "Yo, man, what's going on? It's dead." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's after Thanksgiving it's dead, but Wednesday is wild. It's huge." I was like, "What?" Like, and that's how I found out the hard way. And it made sense. He's like, "Yeah, because people flying to town the day before Thanksgiving, and they show face, and then they kind of look at their family and be like, oh my God, I remember why I left,' and then they go drink, and I have to put up these people, for 4 days, so they go out and drink." Um, Now I will say that if you look at here, it starts at 12. I mean, obviously the guarantee is not there anymore, but I would say, I mean, get out there at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. because first of all, people are probably pre-gaming before they leave the house. And second, even if they're sober, they know they're going to get plastered or blackout. So why would you pay for parking and then worry about picking up your car in the morning and, the meter or getting a ticket? So they're probably going to get a ride before a lot of people get to the bar before 12. So around 10, I'm assuming 10 to 11 will be a good time to take the semi sober people to the bars. And I guess it's a good excuse to get out the house. You don't want to deal with certain family. Now, and like I said, I would drive Friday and Saturday, and it was dead, man. Like, I don't think I made much money on Friday. Saturday is okay, and Sunday I picked up. A lot of people were going to the airport because they were going back to wherever they came from. But Friday was dead, and as I saw all the money they made on Wednesday, if Wednesday's not part of your schedule, make it part of this week's schedule, because you'll make more money Wednesday than you will Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Because obviously Thursday everybody's with their family, so I would highly recommend you don't be a lazy driver and make your money. So I wish I would have known this last year, but I'm passing this on to you. So stay anabolic, get out there, make money. If you want more money tips, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.